news, everyone!
Cats like a good chicken wing. I don't blame them, right? I mean, I don't blame them either. I love a good chicken wing. Cats play with real birds. Yeah, but your cats are like outdoor cats, though, partially, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get into this first one. This first one was pretty self-explanatory. This one was also from Tidal, but it looks like Nintendo's stock has hit an all-time high in the Tokyo Stock Exchange, beating the peak of the Wii/DS generation at what might be the end of the Switch generation. Is very impressive. So just kind of showing off some of their value. Crazy stuff, guys. Hey, Ron, thank you so much for coming by, bro. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you soon, man. Love you. Wants them to go third party. Yeah, they're never going to do it, right? It's midnight. What's happening, bud? I heard him up there playing with that chicken, and then he was yowling a little bit, so I figured I could get him to come down here, and he came down. He just on the floor over there, and he don't like being on stream. Yeah, so obviously, like, the Switch has been just absolutely one of the biggest things for them. Really? Damn, Mr. Midnight really had some things about that. A 10% raise earlier in there. Yeah, Nintendo seems like a pretty decent company, you know? Mr. Midnight has some opinions. He does. I'll tell you that. You think the Mario movie helped them at all? Yes. I think Mario absolutely helped them. I want to know what Mr. Midnight's opinion is, though. Mr. Midnight, you like the Mario movie? Oh, now you don't want to talk? He's not even over there. I don't even see him. I'm just talking to nobody. Talking to a shadow. But yeah, that's super cool. Like I said, I feel like, you know, listen, Nintendo's is a big corporation. Like, obviously that's, you know, shouldn't hitch your wagon to any huge corporation no matter what. But I feel like they seem like a pretty decent company in general, as far as, like, you know, probably working there and everything. I don't feel like I've heard much bad things about working there. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty interesting. Pretty cool stuff, right? What about Mickey Trap? Oh, don't worry. We're definitely going to get into some Mickey all right, so this is the other one Tidal threw in here, and this is the one I was kind of a little confused on. This was better to hear. I appreciate that, Tane. I love hearing a good positive story. Yeah, especially with all the layoffs. There's so many huge layoffs. Okay, so this is kind of gonna get deep into the weeds here for a second. So if you guys have ever heard of the Big Cozy Couch, they're a duo stream who Vash and I really took a lot of love from, and a lot of inspiration when we kind of decided that we wanted to stream together, because we were already streaming some games together. So we kind of infused some of the things that they were doing, obviously not quite as good. They are absolutely fantastic, over onto our duo channel. And so I was over there because they just rebranded the other day, and so I think it's like two humans collide, something like that. And Tidal will let me know if I'm wrong on that. But they were over talking about some of the layoffs, and it was crazy. They had like a graph showing like who had the most amounts and stuff, and it was wild. I think Unity was the biggest one, which, hey, Unity is a shit company, but like, holy fuck, I couldn't believe it, because I thought, oh god, who's the company that was doing all the other shitty stuff where they were selling off all their companies? I can't remember exactly, but I was surprised it wasn't them because they were huge. But apparently Unity has sold off so much shit. It is absolutely wild. Embracer, yeah, Embracer Group. Fucking Embracer sucks too. And again, I get it, whatever. I mean, you have to do what you got to do, but good Christ, right? Sorry. So yeah, after all that stuff, I am super glad to hear, you know, a company's doing well, even if it is Nintendo. You know, big company gotta be big company, but at least they're doing some good things. At least they don't got Bobby Kotick as their fucking CEO. Okay, so this is the one I was, like I said, title kind of threw this one in here. We'll go through and we'll try and maybe he can fill in some gaps for us as we're kind of going through this. A company that owns several restaurants in Wichita was at the center of a discussion around credit card processing fees deducted from workers' pay and how those percentages were determined. Okay, so apparently he kind of hit me with this. This is like the original kind of piece that was kind of leading to that article or whatever it was. Okay, so it says, well, the Stevens are at it again. They have bought Twin Peaks restaurant in Wichita and KC. They are charging waitstaff for credit card fees out of their tips and threatening to withhold shifts if they complain or tell the public or customers. Oh my God. Can I get a little deeper in here? Yeah, here we go. Dear 3B Lodge employees. Sorry, I'm going to have to look up here to read this. It's way too small on the other side. Acknowledgement of tip reduction or refund for credit card processing fees. As a valued member of our team for 3B Logic, we would like to inform you about the charges related to credit card processing fees affecting our operation. Effective January 1, we will be implementing a tip refund for credit card processing fees on all Visa, Discover, MasterCard, and American Express transactions. For each dollar in tips received through Visa, Discover, and MasterCard, a 2.5% refund will be deducted from your final checkout. Similarly, for tips received through American Express, a 3.25 refund will be deducted. Please note that this refund will only apply to credit card tips, not cash tips. What? So they're just straight taking them as they're taking a 2.5% overall on all card tips and a 3.25 on American Express. Okay. So, okay, we understand that this implementation may raise concerns, and we assure you that this decision was not made lightly. As the operating expense of our restaurant continues to rise, it has become necessary for us to implement this policy associated with credit card processing fees via cards. Yeah, but they're marking it as like this is a processing fee issue. Like, oh, well, this is just to cover the fees, but like, it shouldn't come out of the workers' tips, though. By signing the below, this signifies you accept your acceptance of this policy, and you can expect these deductions to begin on January 1. We value your dedication and commitment to our team, and we appreciate your cooperation in this manner. Thank you for understanding and ongoing blah, 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 blah. Holy fuck. So this is like a well-known company in this area, and they are taking, no matter what, if it's a card, 2.5%. Plus they pay waitstaff minimum wage. Right. Waitstaff's money almost all comes from tips. 3B Lodge. Right. That is effed up. Isn't this is bonkers. Effed up to the max. Something you wouldn't think with like I don't know, maybe is this a bigger company title? Do you know? 3B Lodge? Because it feels like a big company fucking move, like one of those ones where they're like, guys, we're gonna have to do this, and it's gonna be a standard thing across to everywhere. Oh my God, I think they're regional. Oh, that's even fucking worse. Oh my God. So essentially, yeah, like I said, I think I've kind of dusted the prints off of this thing pretty well. Oh my God. are known to be sketchy. Yeah, they would have to be. So yeah, this person is saying this is why I tip in cash. Yeah, I would never think. I mean, a lot of times I don't have cash anymore. Like I always have my cards, and when I tip off my card. But if I knew like something like that was happening, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have cash when I go to this place. Like I want them to get their full pay. But they know, this fucking company knows. They fucking know that people don't. They always have cards now. So they know people are gonna go on the card, and we can take, you know, a percentage of that. They gave them less than 30 days notice. Yes, they gave them, what is that? 4 days notice? Right? Is that how much they yeah, fucking 4 days. That's not right. Department of Labor will be hearing about this. Yeah, and I agree exactly even with what Taint is saying is like, you know, wait staff already doesn't make much money. Like all of their money is in tips. So, you know, based on how good of a day they've had, if they've made a ton of money, like sure, maybe they're taking, you know, whatever, you know, god damn it. So if they're taking, let's say 97.5%, you know, of that home all the time, you know, great. That's 97.5%. That's most of the thing. But they should be taking 100%. That's the money that they've earned. That 2% charge or whatever it is, taking out of the tip and not the whole bill. Correct. It's only when it's tipped. Because that would be fucked. You are 100% correct. If they don't charge staff, I bet they charge the fee to the customer. But they I mean, listen, I'd rather come from the customer. As much as that sucks, I feel like wait staff is just, that's such a tough position to be in. And for it to ever be like, you know, it's already probably an underpaid position. I'd rather just be like, I mean, I'm just gonna charge the extra out of the customer. But the thing is, then the company's taking it out of their own pocket into their own pocket, so it doesn't even matter at that point anyway. So they're just trying to say like, well, you know, if they pay on card, we need to cover that. I even wonder, like, so I wonder, maybe as like a smaller company, 2.5% is normal, but I'd wonder if a bigger company doesn't have to pay that 2.5% processing fee. I would bet you it's lower. I bet you a bigger company doesn't. And I would even bet that a company like this probably is okay with not doing 2.5, and I bet you they probably are pocketing some. And last thing I want to note on this before we move on, this person's nails are fucking on point. We obviously can't see what they have done to them, but goddamn, that bad boy is on point. I just want you guys to see that, you know. Listen, that's a little free tip from over here. If you guys didn't see, all right, well, thank you, Title. I really appreciate you sharing this one. This is so out of the norm of what we normally do, but I believe that it's such an interesting topic, and one that I think most people can get behind, of like, yeah, that's fucked up, bro. That I love having this one on here. This is such a cool one to get to talk about, because we get to unite in hating business. Depending on how you pay, that charge more if you pay with credit card, and or won't take your card at all if it's under a certain dollar amount. Yeah, we have. There's a pretty local place that's like known for being like a really good place that will only take cash, and I don't understand how that's a real thing. Like, listen, I don't know, and and that's kind of even off the point of like you're saying, like if they charge more, but like how are you as a business not taking card? I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I agree. Also, like when you go to like the BMV to renew your license or whatever, or get your tags for your license, and I don't know how every state works, some of them are a little bit different, but Ohio, like it used to be like you had to bring cash, and if you didn't have cash, you had to hit the ATM in there, and they were taking a $5 fee no matter how much you were taking out. And that kind of shit always rubbed me the wrong way too. But now they take cards, so it's okay. There is a fee associated with it, but it's a little bit less, I think. If you pay in cash and not through your insurance, sometimes the bill would be a lot lower. That is a more complex issue. Oh my God, are you kidding? That doesn't surprise me. I don't know why I said that kidding. If you use your credit card, yeah, they still do, but it's like I think it might be like a $2 charge instead of like a $5. At least for us, I think it is. That shit is so stupid, right? God, I hate the BMV. Yeah, all right, we're gonna go ahead and we'll move on, but yeah, we can keep on talking about it in the chat, of course. Pay with checks or card, and they don't take cash. What? What the fuck? F that. Oh my God. What do you pay with? Sexual favors. We only pay in very naughty dances. I'm sorry. That is so ridiculous. Yeah, how is that not like, there's got to be some kind of line that they're stepping over, right? Where it's like forcing you to have to pay an additional charge. I feel like if you're gonna do an additional charge, you have to like give an option where there's like a non-additional charge. And listen, maybe it's really tedious and stupid, but you at least have to have a way to not get that right. God. Ugh. All right, so Square Enix president has stated that the company will be aggressive in applying AI. I thought this was kind of an interesting one, as like there's some backlash about AI. And this guy was like, yeah, but we're totally doing a lot of AI coming up, guys. So much AI, guys. Are you guys so excited? And listen, as a guy who doesn't play Final Fantasy, never have, probably never will, this doesn't really affect me, but I also know Final Fantasy is a big is like a big IP for a big company, and so I don't know, it's kind of not a great look. So Square Enix's president has penned a New Year's letter that outlines some of his visions for the company, and it reveals its plans to be aggressive in applying AI and other cutting-edge technologies to both our content development and our publishing functions. Moved on from blockchain and now onto AI. Oh God, did they use blockchain and shit at one point, or is that you just memeing? These New Year's letters have become a staple of the New Year's Day recently, and previous ones have discussed the desire to explore NFTs, blockchain games, okay, never mind, and the metaverse and more. This year, AI took a turn in the spotlight. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God. If I would have just read one sentence down, I would have realized apparently this is what the Square Enix is doing. In blockchain hard. Yeah, apparently NFTs, blockchain games, and the metaverse, all great things. Kiryu began by talking about AI and its potential implications have been have long been the subject of academic debate. However, he says the rise of ChatGPT and similar generative AI programs have the potential not only to reshape what we create, but also to fundamentally change the process by which we create, including programming. So look at all these jobs people don't have to do anymore, guys. We barely have to pay them. In turn, Kiryu or Kiryu and Square Enix plan to be, as previously mentioned, aggressive in applying AI and other cutting-edge technologies to both our content development and our publishing functions. In the short term, our goal will be to enhance our development.
Someone there?
You son of a gun. That was a good one, Niji. Damn, eyes are a little watery after that one. I'm over here trying to read as hard as my life could go, my dude. Okay, sorry. In the short term, our goal would be to enhance our development productivity and achieve greater sophistication in our market effort. In the long term, we hope to leverage those technologies to create new forms of content for consumers, as we believe the technology innovation represents business opportunities. Whew. Yeah, again, I just feel like everybody's going to use AI to push out like positions they don't want to pay anymore. And if it's something they think they can do, even if it's like 90% of what a person could normally do, they're like, nice, that's it, that's the move. Yes, very nice, Niji. Niji is a pretty good one with the flashes. He do be flashing good. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of go over this real quick because I thought it was funny and sad also, you know. And I also, dang it, Square. Yeah, I also don't care about Final Fantasy. Like I said, not a guy who plays Final Fantasy, but if you do, you know, I apologize. I know that the last one took some heat. The last Final Fantasy, I heard it was good, but like it was taking some heat because maybe it was the president of Square Enix who was talking, or the director of the game or something was talking some kind of like undertones of like racial remarks and stuff, some stuff like that. I can't remember. I believe our friend Sheba Amazing and I were talking about it at one point. But I didn't know the whole story, so I don't want to throw it out there and just there was a little bit of controversy and I don't remember exactly what it was. So people not happy with the racial representation. Yeah, I think it was something like that, but then he had kind of doubled down on something about it though, like kind of made like a statement about it, and it was not very good either. All right, so I'm gonna bring this one up because this one just could be helpful for people. There wasn't a lot of news when I was first going through it, so some of this was a little bit interesting stuff, a little different, you know. Let's ignore that. Well, I don't know. I don't want to ignore any of that. I just don't want to play his stupid ass games then. Baldur's Gate 3 deleted save bug continues on Xbox, but Larian offers a cross-save workaround. So apparently there's a little bit of a bug with saves getting deleted. It's been a few weeks since Larian Studios surprised players with an Xbox Series X/S release during the Game Awards. And some players have faced a bug that deletes their saves upon exiting the game throughout the holidays. Microsoft hasn't yet been able to patch it, but Larian Studios now has a temporary fix. Yesterday, in a post on Twitter, Larian Studios acknowledged the bug and said Microsoft hasn't been able to fix it yet because less people are working over the holidays. Instead, it announced the following workaround that lets players make sure their games are saved. Right, exactly. This could be it for you guys. If you guys play on Xbox X or S, make sure that you're kind of keeping an eye on this because it could be the thing that saves hundreds of hours of game. You know, you don't want to lose a save. So you need to create an account, a Larian account on their website. Go to the options menu from the main menu under gameplay, active cross save, linking your Larian and Xbox account. From now on, your last 5 saves will automatically be uploaded to the Larian servers. It is important that you do not exit the game before the upload is finished. The upload is finished when the message syncing cloud saves is no longer visible. If the firmware bug occurs, you will need to reactivate the cross save functionality in the options screen. This will give you access to the save games that were successfully uploaded. So again, this one not super news, but it could save somebody's save. If it saves one person's save, That's a beautiful thing. AAA games, so it makes sense. Are you talking about the Baldur's Gate or the Final Fantasy stuff? Save a save. Yeah, wouldn't that be terrible if you how many hours people put into Baldur's Gate 3 and to lose it? Oh my god, I would not be having both. I love that answer, Gaster. Yeah, Gaster, how have you been? What have you been playing lately? I feel like I've seen some Gaster stuff lately. I've been so around the web that it's I'm blanking a little bit. I'll throw the little chat in there. Oh, Metal Gear Solid. I see. God damn it, Ron. Damn, Ron. Ron just takes a beating out here. And some Pokemon Scarlet DLC. How's that DLC been? I remember seeing some stuff about it. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid. That's a pretty cool one. Ooh, the original Metal Gear? Interesting. How's that been? Oh, whew. All right, let's keep on rolling. Also, guys, shoosh. If you guys don't know, this man, John Williams, he's a pretty good composer. Apparently, I think he must have said that he was going to be retiring, but he has withdrawn his retirement talks, saying he'd compose again if the right film came along. Renowned composer John Williams has taken back his retirement statement, stating that he'd be open to composing a movie again if it is interesting to him and if it has a schedule that he could cope with. Amazing but hard. Yeah, those older games are not easy. Yeah, I just thought this was pretty cool. I would love to see another John Williams scored film. In an interview with the Times newspaper, Williams wanted to clarify what he said in the 2022 about Indiana Jones 5 being his final movie. I don't care much for grand punk. Pronunciamentos. Oh my god, what a word, bro. Statements that are firm and finished and surrounded by closed doors. If I made one without putting it in context, then I withdraw it. All right. So he said he's open to composing more films as long as they're interesting to him, and then as long as the schedule works out for him. So that's pretty cool. I would love to do, like I said, see more of that kind of stuff. Batman Arkham Asylum is up there too. Oh, have you been playing Arkham Asylum? How's that been? I played that a couple years ago for the first time, and it was great. I was surprised. I actually really liked it. I'd never played it before, and I was like, damn, this is great. Amazing, right? It's a good game. Combat is tight too. So yeah, I wanted to bring this one up, and now let's go ahead and let's get into guys, if you haven't heard, Mickey Mouse, but not just Mickey Mouse, all right, let me make the statement, and then we'll make an asterisk at the end of the statement. So Mickey Mouse has gone into public domain, but not actually Mickey Mouse, just the very first iteration of Mickey Mouse, which is the Steamboat Willie cartoon that Disney did. I think we talked about it maybe a week or so ago, but it was, that first iteration of Mickey Mouse has now entered public domain, so people can use that iteration of Mickey Mouse. That happened on January 1st, so we are just over a day and a half, maybe a little more, into it being in public domain, and there is so much about this that has already come up. Immediately there's this game that we're going to go ahead and take a look at, which does not look terrible, But good Lord, yes, the floodgates have now opened and people are ready. So let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer. It's called Infestation Origins, which it was not originally called. We'll go over that in just a minute, but first, let's go ahead and let's just take a look at this thing, you know?
Hey there. Thanks for coming out. We've got a bit of an infestation here at the storage facility. We thought it was just rodents, but there's something else in here. There's nests. They're everywhere. We tried to take care of it ourselves, but things have escalated. The exterminators are our last hope. Please, help us before...
All right, so like I said, the game is called Infestation Origins. That was not its name just about a day ago. They made Bendy or Mickey Mouse look like Bendy. Bro, you're not wrong. They really did. Although Bendy's kind of based off of like some Mickey Mouse type stuff, right? So I saw this and I was like, oh, it doesn't look terrible. It looks, you know, like a whatever horror game, you know. And there was that other mouse game that was the shooter game that was kind of like, these are kind of like, okay, cool, I get it. Okay, so I thought this looks fine or whatever, you know, it's a thing. So, okay, we're gonna move on from this, you know. Yeah, you guys see it, it's fine, whatever. Infestation 88 renamed as developers disavows Nazism and hate in any form. Wow, who knew? Oops. Like a mixture of Lethal Company meets Bendy and the Ink Machine, right? Yeah, I thought Lethal Company a little bit too, actually, for some reason. I knew. Really? You knew? Who doesn't know that? I didn't know that, actually. I did not. Yeah. Is there any way to kind of explain without it being really ridiculous, Psycho, or is it not worth touching? Is it worth just kind of knowing that it's some kind of Nazi symbolism? Who didn't know that? Yeah, sorry, man. It's Nazi symbolism. Okay, yeah, okay. Fine. Leave it there. That's cool. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I had no idea, buddy. I'm not super well versed in a lot of that kind of stuff, so I 88 because it's your birth year. Yeah, so that's technically, I mean, not the same thing, but that's what they are essentially saying. Okay, so Infestation 88 has been officially renamed Infestation Origins, following blowback over its reference to neo-Nazi ideology. In a statement to IGN, Nightmare Forge Games reiterated that the original name was meant to reflect the year 1988, adding, unfortunately, at the time of its announcement, we were unaware of any additional meanings the number 88 had. Though feedback from the community, we learned it did, and therefore made the name change ASAP, which is great. What a great move by this company to be like, nope, nope, we're good. We're gonna go ahead and change the name right here, right now, and people would barely even notice. We want to apologize for our ignorance on this topic and appreciate that it is brought to our attention so we could address it. There is no intentional use of Nazi symbolism in our game nor studio, and we continue to address any concerns as they arise. We strongly stand against Nazism and hate in any form. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, and listen, also, look at y'all born in 88, you fucking old bastards. I was born in 89, so, you know, I'm still young out here. Still young and wild. I love it. I love that y'all had different takes. Copium, stop it, bro. I don't even want to hear it, Cyclo. We all out here ready to don our ages on our chests with pride. Psycho's over here could be 22. We have no idea. Cyclo just he keeps himself he's a mystery out here. So yeah, I just saw this. I thought this was pretty crazy. I saw the game yesterday and I was like, oh cool, this looks interesting enough, and you know, it's part of the Mickey Mouse stuff. I wanted to bring it up, and immediately, like today, I saw that other thing and I was like, whoa, and I checked the trailer and it was immediately changed, but it's not changed in the trailer because they couldn't, you can't change the video afterwards. Oh my goodness, I just sorry. Oh, so this is the next one. I had it in the wrong order there. Do love me some SCP vibes. Yeah, SCP, man. I love SCP. That's cool stuff. What a mess too, right? Yeah, but I feel like they're doing the right thing and making sure that they're making the moves. Like they're like immediately like, cool, we're good with change, and we don't even want to be close to associated with that. So all right, let's keep moving. So this is gonna be about more based around the Mickey Mouse stuff. Oh jeez. So I think this might go over a little more information of what's kind of coming, what's been announced at this point for Mickey Mouse stuff, as the Steamboat Willie stuff hits the public domain. Mickey Mouse has entered public domain, or at least his original version has. The cartoon first appeared in Steamboat Willie in 1928. Has become a tradition for blah, 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 blah. Just 2 days into the new year, there are already quite a few video games and movies taking advantage of Mickey Mouse's likeness. Of course, the vast majority of these are horror-themed, since making the Disney mascot a murderer has a pretty clear anti-Disney appeal. And turning classic children characters into monsters when they hit the public domain is starting to become a tradition. One example was Mickey's Mousetrap, a film that seems to have been made in anticipation of the character's copyright expiring, which features the mouse as a slasher villain. Ah, perfect. Just like that Winnie the Pooh shit. On the video game side for of prepared for January 1 projects, there's Infestation Origins, a co-op survival horror game that sets players against a deformed version of Steamboat Willie's Mickey Mouse. There are also projects been announced that don't have trailers, like Stephen Lamort's untitled horror film that would set a murderous Mickey loose on an unsuspecting passenger of a steamboat. Wow, that's on brand right there. That's themed. Perfect. However, despite a laundry list of imitations and reimaginations that have popped up already there and are sure to appear more in the 3 months, far and away the best use of Steamboat Willie going to the public domain is that you can now watch it on YouTube. Oh, that's right. So if you guys don't know, Corridor is a channel on YouTube, and usually they do like VFX stuff because they're like VFX artists. And on January 1st, right at 12:01, I believe, they dropped the entirety of Steamboat Willie on their channel because they could. If you guys have never seen Steamboat Willie, fucking don't. It's not good. It's so boring. I absolutely hate it. It's not good. It's not interesting. It's a little bit weird and kind of makes me unsettled anyway. In their vault, so that's rare. Yeah, this is a big one. I mean, only because of how old it is. Everything else is going to be locked away for a long time. But you're right. They try to. They got this one extended for a long time. They kept pushing it out, but they kept pushing, and this is just the last point where they couldn't push it any further. And so, Steamboat Willie now hitting in the public domain, guys. So yeah, sorry. I wanted to go over a few of those things real quick just because it's funny. There's definitely gonna be more. I definitely am not gonna go over them unless they are interesting. So F Steamboat Willie. Okay, this next one was a game called So to Speak. This is dropped by Cyclo. I don't know anything about it. I haven't watched anything about it. I feel like we'll take a look at it here, but it is a game that is coming out in 2024 this year. Mickey merch, damn bro, what a move that would be. Wouldn't that be funny if we dropped that shit like that? If we were just like, y'all want some of the Wolf and the Kid Mickey merch, some Steamboat Mickey merch. And people would be like, no, why the hell would we want that? Okay, sorry. This is a game that's coming out this year, and it is. We'll just go over what the basic premise is, what their kind of synopsis of the game, kind of overall, everything here. I don't know. Can you learn Japanese by solving puzzles? So to Speak is a game about wandering in Japan, looking at signs, overhearing conversations, and using context clues in the environment to figure out what it all means. No background in Japanese is assumed. Interesting. There we go. A dev who cares for all platforms on Steam. Cool. Let's take a look at this real quick. Oops. I want to watch this from the beginning. I don't know how this is gonna sound yet. Where you play at? Oh, I don't hear nothing. Well, I totally thought there'd be sound to this, but there is not. Is it? Oh, is it in my thing? Oh, it probably is. Hold on, guys. Wait a second. That's my bad. Parking lot. Interesting. Bus. Basu.
Nekoda.
Something about a cat. Oh.
Ike.
Sorry. I know cat. Cool. Damn, this would be so cool. So to Speak, a Japanese learning game. God damn it. What a good one. Beautiful choice there, Cyclo. He dropped this kind of knowing that this is kind of an interesting and not one we do normally go over just because it's kind of a, random game, but I think this looks super cool. They have a demo out right now, I think that they have a demo out. You can check it out. It's on Steam. It's really cool looking. That's a good name too, right? Yeah, right, Gasser? Pretty awesome. Reminds me of Chants of Sennaar. Ooh, really? I think Cyclo's been playing Chants of Sennaar as well, so maybe that's kind of where he's seeing it. Yeah, this is super cool. Easy way to learn languages is always amazing. Yeah, and just little things like that where it's a game where it makes it kind of fun and interesting. That's the best way to learn. At least for me it is. I should say that everybody kind of learns differently. I always feel like I make sweeping statements like that and it's not a good way to live. But yeah, for me that would be a great way to learn, kind of have fun, while learning it. Oh, Let me grab me some water real quick. Pipes are dry today. Pipes are dry. All right, just a couple more here. This is one I just thought was interesting. This is purely super rumory and obviously nothing really of any kind of real substance, but it's The Office and I wanted to kind of talk about it just because I thought it was kind of interesting. Office star Craig Robinson wants to play Daryl in a reboot but doesn't know if it's likely. Craig Robinson, who played Daryl Philbin in The Office, is up for reprising the role in a potential reboot, but isn't sure if it's likely. Robinson was asked by the AV Club if he'd heard anything about a potential reboot of the hit 2000s sitcom and joked he'd only hear about it while doing interviews. I heard that there was something going on. It hasn't been mentioned to me, Robinson said. If it does, I would love to reprise Daryl at some point, but right now I don't know. So, yeah, no. Who knows? Chatter about a reboot of The Office has been going on for a few years through co-creator Greg Daniels. Though co-creator Greg Daniels said in November 2023 that no spinoff or reboot talks are happening officially. He'd rather make a sister show instead of recasting the characters. If there was, though, perhaps leaving some wiggle room for a return of Daryl. So, very interesting. But yeah, I feel like a reboot would be interesting. Do you need to get more hydrates this year? That's how I feel like. Get that man me ready, Vash. Yeah, I feel like reboot would be an interesting move. But yeah, it sounded like the co-creator was like, we should just do a sister show instead. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Yeah, so not a lot of meat to this one. Just, it was The Office and I felt like we should talk about it.
I need some water.
Oh, you are not wrong. I do need some water, Tate. Thank you. Hadn't heard about that at all. I had talked about it at one point, but it was very, very brief and it's been a while. So I definitely understand. Not remembering, or maybe you didn't get to see that one. That's so sad. I would have tried to make sure that you would have saw it, bro. I tried so hard. Or just let the show die off naturally. I mean, that show's been gone for a while now, so yeah, it's fine. They can probably let it go, and they don't need to keep doing stuff with it. But I mean, listen, if they decide they want to do something, we'll be here. We'll hear about it. Nintendo legend Shigeru Miyamoto isn't retiring anytime soon, which just is happy news to me. That just makes me happy. Is that the song? Or is that one of my cats playing with a bell? I can't tell. Be less interested in a new one. Yeah, that's fair. So, in a recent interview with The Guardian, Super Mario and Legend of Zelda creator Shigeru Miyamoto revealed he's not quite ready to call it a career at Nintendo just yet. More so than retiring, I'm thinking about the day I fall over. In this day and age, you have to think about things in a 5-year time span. So I do think about who I can pass this thing on to in case something does happen. I'm really thankful that there is so much energy around things that I have worked on. These are things that have already gone out into the world. They've been cultivated by others. Other people have been raising them, helping them grow. So in that sense, I don't feel too much ownership over them anymore, which I feel like I agree with. Shigeru. That mad lad's still kicking it. He's not ready to give up just yet. But I feel like this is a really great, mindset of him to kind of know, like, you kind of passed a lot of this stuff off to, other people. Like, I mean, you don't own them quite as much as you used to. But so I just thought, cool. I like Shigeru Miyamoto. I don't know how much he does for the company anymore. Like, he was big for Zelda, which I, obviously love, and Mario, which is very cool. But like, I mean, it's not like he's coming up with new IPs, is he? I don't know. Maybe he is. But, for him, it'll be a sad day when he does retire, but a very well-deserved day. I think that'll be a day that, man, who's a bigger person in the gaming industry that could step down that people would be sad about? Who's bigger than Shigeru Miyamoto? I don't know if anybody has a real answer for that. Yeah, that man keeps the fun vibes alive. Kojima. Maybe Gabe Newell. Ooh, okay. Gabe Newell and Kojima. Those are good thoughts. Okay. Do you think they're bigger than? But you think they're bigger than Miyamoto? Kojima too weird. I just feel like those are big ones, but I don't know if they top like the day that Miyamoto would retire. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of huge, actually. I'm surprised. I think people will be upset when Kojima retires, but I think I agree. I think he's probably not quite up there, but I feel like people love him. People are super obsessed with Kojima too, though. Like, people are super obsessed with that game thing that he's doing soon that I didn't really understand. The game show. I don't know. Ooh, yeah. People were pretty upset about Reggie retiring, but it's not the same, right? I don't think he's on. Yeah, I think you're right, man. Miyamoto, Gabe, then Reggie. Kojima is great, and I will not tolerate slander. Hey, you're not wrong, Plenty. He is great. I think he is way more. Seeing into creativity more than most, but it doesn't always come across as like perfect games, like I think sometimes I think he'd be a better, I'm gonna say this, I think he would be a better movie or entertainment kind of person than he would be a game director, which is probably why the Death Stranding is gonna get a show or a movie or something. What's perfect? I know. I'm just saying. Damn, you really like fighting me on these, Plenty. Yeah, but I think he would be better at those things. I think he's so gloves are off. Yeah, I know it's subjective, but I think, yeah, you know what? I think I agree, because I feel like if I'm sitting here and I'm like thinking about it, like I was gonna be like, well, people didn't like Death Stranding as much as other games, but I'm also like, who the fuck cares if they didn't like it? If people did like it, that's fine. People really like. I liked the story of Death Stranding. I wouldn't play Death Stranding, but I also think, like, yeah, that doesn't mean it's a bad game. I mean, I don't know. Ooh, man, I don't know. I feel like I'm fighting myself a little bit on this. Has good vision, but not a team that gets. Yeah, maybe that's true as well, Gaster. Doesn't make anything for you. See, I feel like that's kind of what I'm coming to right now. My point is, like, that I felt like people, like, I feel like I'm kind of like, I'm falling into this thing of like, well, it wasn't hugely successful, and that does not mean anything. It doesn't mean it wasn't good. And that's okay.
He's a coffee wizard. He's extracting magic from those beans. Look at this, dude. Stoked.
Plenty of critics. Yeah, I feel like I understand what you're saying, Plenty. I just think that game was really polarizing, and again, I think, yeah, I didn't. Okay, so here's kind of where I'll walk back to, and maybe it's kind of what Vash is saying as well. I'll check it here in a second. Kojima just isn't in the same realm as Gabe or as Miyamoto, but I think he deserves to be up there. You know, more in the public eye himself, whereas Miyamoto is known more by his games, not his name or self. But I almost disagree. I think Kojima is much more a bigger presence because of him being, you know, out there right now. You know, like he's in prime position. That whole thing with Konami really fucking broke when people started to become superstars in the gaming industry. Miyamoto wasn't that guy at that, you know, he's already been coasting at that point. But I think people know Miyamoto, which is huge because they knew him before it was a big deal. I think he might be. I think he could be fighting for number one. I think Kojima's in there. I just don't know that he's at the top. Maybe in 5, you know, be up there soon, right after Gabe. Ooh, okay. Miyazaki, that's the I want to make sure I'm not saying games he did. Yes, Miyazaki. Well, he's kind of he doesn't do games though. But I understand what you're saying. Kojima will be happy with a new Evanescence album. Miyazaki is Studio Ghibli. Oh, the Dark Souls Miyazaki. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, well, I totally lied then. No, there's another. No, there is another. My bad. I didn't know. Yeah. But here's the thing. I didn't know who the fuck this guy is. Although maybe this is a bad argument for me just knowing who it is, you know? I saw Miyazaki and I was like, who the hell is Miyazaki? And I was like, oh, Studio Ghibli guy. And I was like, I mean, he's up there, but I don't know if he's game guy. No, I mean, I think I look at those games and I'm like, damn, that's a really impressive. And I'm like, damn, that guy's really impressive. I don't know who this guy. I wouldn't have known this guy's name. I think if I said Miyamoto, people were like, I know that guy. Kojima, people know that guy. Gabe Newell, people know that guy. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to derail us so hard on this, but I was thinking about it and I'm like, man, I feel like he might be up there. It's all right, Plenty. I know I'm glad that you defended that point more than I would have expected. Not you know, more than I guess I was expecting. And you know, listen, I was okay with kind of backing up a little bit there and giving some more room, some Kojima stuff there. That Miyamoto has, yeah, I think that's kind of, I think arguably up there as number one, arguably. And then I feel like, you know, you can kind of slot a couple people in there and I feel like I would be okay. Miyazaki, Gabe, Kojima. I'm sure there's more that I'm not remembering exactly, but yeah, I feel like there's a couple, but I feel like Kojima definitely deserves a spot, especially with how big he's become as a person now, where, you know, not even known for just his game, but just as being a person. So, speaking of people will not remember. Sick burn on Adam Driver. That's not true. Adam Driver's fine. But Adam Driver is officially done with Star Wars, guys. I know this is going to be absolutely devastating to people. People who have loved Adam Driver as Adam Driver in Star Wars, you know. But it's done. He's done, guys. What are we gonna do? All the Adam Driver stands are gonna come after me for this. Adam Driver has confirmed he is not coming back to Star Wars franchise to reprise his role as Kylo Ren. The actor who played Kylo Ren is contentious Star Wars sequel trilogy appeared on the Smart List podcast over the holidays to clear the air about him returning to Galaxy Far, Far Away, amid rumors of him co-starring with Daisy Ridley in the upcoming Jedi Order movie. He told host and fellow actor Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes that that's not the case when they asked if there were any talks of him being involved in more Star Wars projects. They're doing stuff, but not with me. I'm not doing any more, Driver said. He followed up the question of you're done because the character's done with a yes. I don't think Adam Driver is bad. I think the writing and Rian Johnson really ruined it. I don't disagree. I love giving Adam Driver a hard time. I think Adam Driver is a fine actor. I don't think he's actually that bad. I like to give people a hard time even if it doesn't even mean anything to me. I think about he did that divorce movie. I don't remember what it was that I thought there was a lot of memes from, but I thought he did pretty good in that. And then he did a movie with John David Washington, who is Denzel Washington's son, and it was called Black Klansman. That movie was really good. It was really entertaining. It was a Spike Lee movie. I'm just saying, I feel like he's a good actor. I just wanted to drag him for no reason. Had his hands in ruining it. Yeah. I thought J.J. Abrams did fine on his first one to kind of set up a thing, but then everything else was just kind of shit. So, and J.J. Abrams definitely had his hand in that. Should have gone to someone else. Yeah. Well, listen, we'll see, because I did see that the new movie with Daisy Ridley is going. I think I can't remember who the lady is, but there's a woman who's going to be directing it, and I'm pretty excited about that, to kind of get another look at Star Wars, who's not just some dude, you know, that did Clone Wars. Filoni's awesome, yeah. But I think Filoni's gonna do his own thing. With they're doing a oh my god, they're doing a whole thing off of the Ahsoka stuff. They're doing a movie off of that. And that's what he deserves. He can take that. I think the regular other Star Wars stuff nobody should have touched. Not really. Not unless you had a story to tell, which it didn't feel like they did. You know? I know Vash is super interested in this. Bro is just sitting back like, bro is like, cool, Star Wars. Yeah, the Ahsoka stuff is going to be cool. I think that movie that they do will be really fun, but I feel like, god damn it, I don't know. So, listen, I will say that first god, what was that one? The Force Awakens. I remember I was like, damn, this Adam Driver dude, he is so whiny. But that was the character, and I was like, damn, I'm interested to see what this is going to look like. And then they didn't do anything with it, so it was stupid. All right, let's get to this last one. This one was just kind of cool. I saw this just before kind of getting on here, guys. I thought this was really awesome. The impossible has happened. Tetris NES has been beaten for the first time in 34 years by a 13-year-old phenom. It may as well be talking about My Little Pony. Essentially, we are, man. It's just My Little Pony with laser swords. I actually don't know if that analogy lands. I have no idea. I've never seen My Little Pony. I just know that there's a such thing as My Little Pony, and at one point there was dudes who liked My Little Pony that were called bronies, and I don't know if that's still a thing or if that's offensive, or if they all became like racists or something, which I apologize if any of those things are true. I feel like that's just like the natural devolution of the internet, you know? The NES version of Tetris, believed to be impossible to complete by even the most dedicated fans, has finally been beaten. 13-year-old phenom Willis Blue Scotty Gibson was the first to pull off the impossible feat, which saw him reach level 157 before hitting what is called the final kill screen by fans. Yeah, so we have a video. We'll go ahead and just take a look here. And yeah, I figured this was just really cool, and again, another little wholesome one to really chalk us up here at the beginning of 2024. Those are some thoughts, bro. Come on, the internet gonna internet, you know. I bet this looks insane. It don't. It looks less insane, especially because the person who captured it totally did it on their fucking phone, and then so it's like this for a second. Look at this. Isn't this so cool? Isn't this insane? Fucking idiot. Who captured this? Was it him? I don't know. But yeah, let's take a look here. Excuse me. Don't worry, it flips right back here in a second. There we go. Oh, there it is. Damn, look how fast these fucking pieces are going. Jesus. Dude. It actually is really cool. Oh my god. I can't even imagine. You're at this point, right? And you're just...
Please crash.
Yeah, man, I agree. He's just at that point. He's like, just fucking go down. Oh my god. Oh, he's getting reckless out here.
Oh my god.
You can hear the game is just broke. It's just stopped.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pass out.
Oh yeah, bro. Take a breath. This is awesome. This is so cool though for him, right? All right. There might be more to the stuff, but I feel like we fully understand. I thought that was super cool. So I want to give this guy another shout out. This is Willis Gibson, also known as Blue Scotty. Bro fucking killed it. That is amazing. How can you be that accurate, right? Isn't that crazy? That fucking those moves, man. And towards the end you could see he was just throwing them a little bit. It kind of looked a little more haphazardly than I think he was expecting, but bro was killing it. So yeah, I really wanted to show this up because this was super cool. Yeah, I love these little ones like this where you get to see people kind of taking on an impossible task and just fucking doing it. I think that's what's you know, sparks some really awesome things, is when people just, there's that impossible thing and you just, you know, like if you just get it once, man, that fucking it's so cool. Let me lube the lips real quick. You guys can take a look. You know? You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Lips pretty lubed up. But yeah, okay, that's gonna do it for the news today. Appreciate y'all so much for coming and hang out. We will hang out for a little bit before we get into some Last of Us, but that will wrap it up for the news. I appreciate y'all again for coming out. Thank you so much.